What up, gang? CBR has hit almost 500 miles. And so we're gonna do the oil change here real quick to get all the shards out of the dang pan. But I've got the infamous Jorge from Red Right Power Sports here, working on the bike. Best mechanic in the freaking universe. And we're gonna go ahead and actually get this oil changed out so we can get ready. This bike also too, just so you guys know, I know a lot of you were messaging me on this too. This bike is getting basically flashed and dyno tuned, specifically for by Chris Moore here on the 22nd of this month, so the day before Thanksgiving. So right now, we're gonna get the bike ready so we at least have some oil and everything in here ready to go. That way we don't blow the engine up while we're adding horsepower to the bike.
High revs.
High revs. And the good news is, I think this bike is gonna be one hell of a screamer. It's gonna be a wheelie monster when we're done with it. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, it is. It already is.
Crazy. I mean, the bike is already crazy powerful. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but out of the crate, these bikes are 186 horsepower. And it's definitely the fastest bike I've had that's not been tuned. One thing too, if you guys notice this too, the exhaust on these bikes here, and a lot of people are asking me like, are you gonna change it out to an SC Project? Are you gonna go put a different pipe on there? No, I'm not. The reason why it was designed side by side. Kropovich basically was hired by Honda to create this exhaust here, specific for this bike. But on that, we will go ahead and actually, I'll just let Jorge get to work and do his deal.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, guys, we'll give you guys an update once we're done. All right, Jorge, say bye.
Have a good one.
All right, Jorge, how did it go?
Good. The oil was definitely a little cloudy, so it's definitely a good time to do it before, beat on it even more, especially before a dyno run. Nice fresh oil in there, but yeah, it was definitely cloudy. Not as brown, as you would think, but still cloudy enough. It's good enough to catch it early rather than later.
Yeah.
Especially on a brand new engine.
We're gonna start this thing up. For you guys that are unfamiliar with Fireblades, they have a key fob. Unlike, there's no key actually. You see, there's no ignition. So what you do is you basically just press this button right here, and then there is a button on the side which you can turn on right here, which lights up the thing, and then Jorge is gonna press the button here to start it. Down.
More.
Yep. And this is the start after a fresh oil change. How often do you recommend changing the oil on a bike like this, especially something as high winding as a bike like this?
So that's a debate. Usually 3,000 miles is a good point. Me personally, I always change mine at 2,500.
Yeah.
It always comes down to how hard you ride, highway riding, city riding. It literally all takes into account, how quick you should be.
We ride pretty hard. I mean, for what we do.
It's better to change it out sooner than later.
You guys will see also too, there's some smoke coming out. Typically that's what?
Condensation.
Condensation. So we're not burning oil per se or anything like that. It's just, sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Sounds all smooth. Yeah, exactly. So warm her up. You'll see also too, guys, before we started here, I don't know if you didn't see this, but we kept the temperature, we got it to about 250 degrees.
Yeah, 216.
Yeah.
The fans kick on.
Yeah, when the fans kick on, it's, the oil's hot enough to actually deploy. But we'll let it get hot again, and then wait for the fans to come on again. But yeah, we ended up putting on we just changed this out too. Jorge changed out the windscreen on this one, this WRS windscreen. I took it out, and it is a lot better than the stock windscreen. It's a major difference. Yeah, before the wind used to be right at my chest, and now it actually is hitting more of my helmet over the top. And of course, if I put my face down somewhere on this tank here, I'll be definitely covered. So, but I really love this bike, the way it performs, the way it rides. I know people are not too happy with the way the peg configuration is in this bike, but for me, I'm 5'10 and a half, 5'11", and it fits me perfectly. Yeah, I'm fine with it. And the bike also too feels really great coming in the corners and everything. So, you smell that?
Yeah, a little bit of oil got on the header.
Yeah.
Where they have the oil filter placement is...
Where is the oil filter on the Honda?
It's up under here, and it's underneath the engine, but right over the header.
Gotcha. So when you pull it off, it drips on it no matter what.
Yeah, you're going to make a mess no matter what.
Yeah. So we just burn it off.
Yeah, exactly. They could have put it somewhere else, but that was probably the best place to put it for them.
What's the easiest bike that you've ever done an oil change on, like placement wise?
Probably the Kawasaki.
Yeah, Cowie.
Yeah.
He has a Kawasaki ZX-10RR too. He rides it.
They're right underneath, easy to get to. Even the double R,
Yeah.
easy to get to.
Hondas are not the easiest bikes to work on, just like Suzuki's. The Gixxer was really hard to work on. I remember my other mechanic, he had a hard time working on those bikes. Tough, time. Yamaha wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it
the
wasn't
R1?
that bad. The panels came off really, really nice.
Yeah, this one's a little tougher.
These are tricky, yeah.
Yeah, Jorge's really good at removing stuff really without any damage.
Yeah, you want to take it easy. Exactly. You don't want to break it. So yeah, fans are on.
Yeah, fans coming on. You guys, I've been getting a lot of comments about these blocker plates with the lights on them. Aren't they cool? Yeah, Jorge changed those out for me, and I love them. I think they're amazing. And we also put shorties on the actual bike as well. This is about the only mods we made. Oh, and the rear
tail section.
Yeah, the rear tail section too. This was made.
Yeah, that came out nice.
Yeah, it came out really, really nice.
Custom made,
yeah. It's custom made for the bike, and the guy who molded it for me did a really, really great job. He painted it very well too. Can't complain. All right. And when you go to turn this thing off, guys, for those of you that may not be familiar with this, you don't press the button again. You'd actually turn this knob, and you'll see this. Watch. Turn it, and then the bike just goes into like a sleep mode. Boom. Then it goes away.
Nice.
Sweet, dude.
Heck yeah.
Jorge, thank you so much,
Yeah,
bud.
man, no problem. Just gonna check levels, make sure we're topped off.
Yeah, I ended up buying, just so you guys, I don't know if you have the can here. So this is a Honda brand GN4, Pro Honda. We use these oils here. It's a regular actual 1040. I didn't use a synthetic on this one just yet. And the reason why is because typically for break-in, you want to have a thicker oil. And what's your reasoning behind that?
So personally, what I've found is thicker oil is definitely does a little bit better of leaving a nicer coating.
Yeah.
Again, that's all up for debate. People can argue all day about that stuff.
Sure.
But and again, with taking it out as soon as possible. Say if you're changing this oil every 2,500.
Sure.
Why pay for an extra expensive oil when you're taking it out sooner?
Yeah, I tend to change. We change our bike oil
Pretty
every
often.
2,500 miles. Yeah, it's pretty much when we do them. So just to keep the engines good. But
Exactly.
that's why if anybody ever buys a bike from me, just know that it's been taken care of.
Well maintained, right?
My bikes are all well maintained. Jorge is my personal mechanic. If you guys have ever seen Rev Right Power Sports and his particular page and stuff, he does a lot of work here locally. And as you can see, he comes to my house. I don't have to go to a shop. So it works out really nice having him. And when we need tires and stuff like that, he's able to change my tires out.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of full service everything. But how are levels?
Let's see right now. So
Yeah.
Honda has a dipstick.
Yeah, it's one of the few that has an actual dipstick
Yep.
instead of a window, a glass window.
They don't give you a window.
Yeah, we typically on Yamahas and also Honda, Kawasaki specifically, they have the glass window. This one has a dipstick on it, so that's kind of what it is there.
So it looks like I gotta add about a half a quart.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, which is always good. You always want to put oil in, warm it up, and then add.
Yeah, let it
what
drop,
you
get the
need.
bubbles out, whatever you
Yes.
got to do.
Yep, let all the oil circulate again.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so put in a half a quart, and then we'll be good to go.
It's always nice to have a little funnel, guys. We've used some pretty funny stuff to get
Gotta
the
be
oil in.
resourceful, you know?
Yeah,
Gotta be
Jorge's
resourceful.
good, but we got a
You gotta
funnel.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it works out pretty
Get the
good.
job done, you know.
So you guys can see the dipstick is below, and then the actual port for the oil port is up top.
Yeah.
So you pour down on top of it, which is kind of cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, maintenance obviously for these expensive bikes is very, very important.
And very important.
I mean, these bikes aren't cheap, guys.
No,
You
exactly.
spend $30,000 on a bike, you better take dang good care of it.
Better.
These are more expensive than most cars sometimes.
Yeah, maintenance is key.
The funny thing is too, guys, just so you guys know, when you buy these, when you do your oil changes yourself, so don't be tricked or fooled by the dealerships about all the crap that they pretty much do on your first oil changes and everything too. I mean, we buy a regular filter that they get right here. You can see it. Same filter here, and a crush ring. And you go out there and you buy the big bottle of oil, and you're pretty much done, dude. That total cost for this right here, this is just for the parts and also the actual oil, was about $55 with tax, $60. And I pay obviously Jorge for services to come down, but instead of paying $500 or whatever, how much do they charge the dealership now for a first service?
$200-300, yeah.
More than that, bud. Like my other bike was like $460, so for a first service it was like, I don't know, $500 with all the.
It's excessive. There's a lot of things to check. Obviously, you're checking tires,
chains. He tightened my chain already, guys. This chain here was slack after the first hard ride that we went on. We slacked out. He took it. He basically ended up coming back and adjusting the chain. So the chain is looking great. We did add sliders and everything to you guys for protection to the bike, but not that that's really going to matter when you're crashing at 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's slow speed protection right there.
Yeah, it's pretty much. If you're just like a dingbat like me, you call it jumping off of the bike and then not putting your kickstand down. You forgot. You're like, oh crap.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens. You're like, okay. Not on this bike. It was another bike I had a long time ago. So yeah, so we'll check oil levels again on here. Exactly. Then we'll start the bike again probably.
Make sure everything's nice and tight. No need.
No need? Okay.
Yeah, no need. Yeah, it's just topping it off.
We look good now.
Back out.
Back in business. So tomorrow we're actually riding in a, how many of us are going tomorrow?
It may be about 7 guys.
So 7 really, really fun, fast riders. Yeah, we're all going to go out. We're going to be shooting probably content. So stay tuned for what we're going to have on the channel this next during the weekend, and also what I'll end up posting after I do all the editing on it for next week. But we should have some pretty decent pulls on these bikes. I kind of want to get up there. We found a road he's got a road that he's found that he feels like will be really, really fun to ride.
Have some fun.
So we're gonna have the ZX-10R. We're gonna have the Honda CBR Fireblade. We're gonna have a BMW S1000RR. I think 2 of them. Yeah, if Joseph brings his, there'll be 2 of those.
I'm not sure who else.
Yeah, if David comes, he'll have a ZX.
Yeah, that'll be the 636.
He'll be the 636 on his. And possibly another CBR 1000RR, but an older model.
Oh, yeah.
If James shows up.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not sure who are the other guys riding.
I'm not sure. I don't know them. I never met them yet.
Yeah, they've got some fast bikes, though. These guys all ride pretty aggressively. So we'll all be together tomorrow on the back roads. So stay tuned, guys. I appreciate you following, liking, subscribing. Obviously, the support really helps because I use the YouTube money that I get here to buy bikes. So
have fun.
The more that you guys subscribe and watch the channel, the more we can buy better bikes. So I'm just down to this one bike right now. You call it, but I'm waiting for the 2024 Yamahas to come out as well. And obviously the new R1M. I don't know if you guys have seen the NSEMA shows or any of the shows that have been for the bikes that have been for all the ones that have come out. There's some nice bikes coming out, but there's not a lot of new stuff coming out, like engine wise.
Gotcha.
You know, I'll tell you a bike that I'm kind of very interested in right now is that Honda CBR 600RR, the new one. It looks mean as heck. You guys may see me bring a 600 onto the channel. Yeah. So I may buy that bike depending on what it's priced. But I talked to the guys over there in Charlotte, and he told me he can get me one. So it's just a matter of me just basically buying it.
It would be nice to get it matching too.
Would it be funny to have a 600 on with a 1000? I mean, I don't know. It's always nice to have a little flickable bike.
Exactly.
Like just a bike you go out there and just rip on.
A lot lighter, yeah.
A lot lighter. Not as much horsepower, but you don't really need that much horsepower back there. No. We're not on the track. Right. So anyway, Jorge, I appreciate you so much. Red Bike Power Sports, making a house call. And I think we're good, bud, right? Until tomorrow. Yep. Anyway, guys, peace out. It's a little bit late over here, but we love you. Thank you so much for the support. Please like, subscribe, and follow, guys, for more incredible content. Anyway, we love you all. CK Rides, signing out.